Okay, hello, yeah, welcome to my channel. Now in this video, I want to talk about indices. Okay, so I'll be introducing the concept of indices to you guys. Then in the next video, we'll start discussing the laws of indices and we're going to apply them in solving some problems. Okay, so we're going to start with a little statement here. Well, the repetition or the repeated product of a certain number, okay, say b, can be written as b to some power n. Well, I just told you that n now is a power, but just understand the concept that the repeated product of a certain number b, okay, can be written as b to something. Okay, so this n here is called the number of repetition. For example, here we have 3 times 3. Okay, so let's say b is now 3. Okay, so we're gonna have 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So you see that 3 has been repeated here 4 times. Okay, we write 3 4 times, so that is 3 to the power 4. So that is the number of repetition of 3. Okay, so that is just it. All right, well, this n here, according to my definition or my explanation, actually it is given to be the number of repetition. Okay, so but in this topic we'll be talking about let's maybe just write it down, b and then n. Okay, so this b here, okay, is called the base, and then the n here is called the power, or you can call it the exponent. Alright, so this is the base, and this right here can be referred to as the exponent or the power. Alright, maybe I'll just give us a few examples and we're going to evaluate it using this idea. Alright, okay, but before then, let me just put down a little something for you. Now, when we have b to power n, like this right here, we can rewrite this as, well, you see that this was 3 to the power 4, and we multiplied, we saw 3 was written 4 times. So this means that b, we're going to multiply b with itself for n times, alright? b times b times b times b till, well, the reason why we are going to continue is because n here is not known, right? Here that the 4, the n was known to be 4, we just multiplied 3, okay? We just saw that we were having 4 3s. Okay, so here we'll be having nb's, okay, so that will be till b, where the whole of these, alright, are the n factors. That is b times b times b till n times. So if n is 5, we're going to have b times b times b times b times, that will just be 5 times, so there will be no need for the other part. If b is 6, so we're going to multiply 6 b's together, alright? Okay, so that's very nice. So we call these the n factors, just like that. Okay, so maybe I'll just give us some few examples and we're going to see how we will go with them. Well, if you're going to have the first one, let me just say we're going to have, let's rewrite this, 2 to the power 3. This is 2 times 2 times 2, which is equal to, well, 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is just 8. Okay, that's very nice. Let's make this one a little bit complex for you. Okay, I would rather like to write this down as negative 3 raised to the power of 3, right? Okay, well, this right here is going to become negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3, right? You know, see the way I've written it? Okay, very nice. This right here is just going to give us negative 27. You know that negative 3 times negative 3 will give us positive 9. Then positive 9 times negative 3, positive and times negative, that will give us a negative result. Then 9 times 3 is just 27. Okay, so another one I would like to look at is this. Let's look at this, negative 3 to the power 4. Now observe, in the previous example we had negative 3, then everybody to the power 3, including the negative. Here we are just having negative 3 to the power 4. The negative is not raised to the power 4, alright? So be mindful of this. So this is going to be written as negative times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Very nice, like this. So you take note of this, right? When we have negative 3, for example, -3, everybody here raised to the power 4. This will be -3 times -3 times -3 times -3, right? And if you multiply the negative, there are 4 in number, so negative times negative positive, negative times negative positive, so we're going to have positive result. So you just have to go ahead and multiply the 3's. So this will just give us 81. But on this other hand, 3 times 3, 9 times 3, 27. 27 times 3 will give us 81. So negative of 81, alright? So this shows that if b is a negative number, that is, if b is less than 0, any number less than 0 is negative. So it will carry the negative sign, alright? Just like -3, -1. Okay, so if b is less than 0, it means that b to some power n is not the same thing as if b is greater than 0, that means if b is a positive number, okay, it means that negative b raised to power n is not the same thing as negative b, everybody here raised to power n, okay, given that n is even, that is, n is divisible by 2, like here is 4, 4 is even 6, and so on. So this should guide you. Whenever you're having negative b raised to power n, and you have a negative b, then everybody they raised to power n, they are not the same thing. Whenever n is even. But if n is an odd number, it will not matter, okay? But it is great that you know this. Okay, so that was a very pretty introduction, and that was for you, so that is what you get. Okay, let's move over to some laws of indices.